It really would be actually good if to learn about video editing before producing videos at this point. I'm starting to realize this now. Probably have a lot to learn. But I did want to, before I do that, share some of basically what I'm thinking inside my head, if you don't mind. And I didn't really have a good way to really, this is just not scripted. It's unscripted content from me, about my thoughts about what kind of content I want to create. So, um, bear with, you know. I've been watching H Bomber Guy's videos from Paul Joseph Watson, that his takedown of Paul Joseph Watson, and I did kind of want to get, although it's taken me more time to get my content out there than it would, other people for the amount that's invested in actually getting it out there. Paul Elam, from my perspective, as somebody that's watched lots of YouTube videos, especially videos about how to become more discerning about the disinformation from, that's been a concern of mine, is not being misinformed by people who are deliberately trying to misinform me. It was important to me to watch Concordance's video on anecdotal evidence, you know, and in watching H Bomber Guy and his takedown of Paul Joseph Watson and Brain Force Plus and the whole Soy Boy controversy, what became really obvious to me was just that, after the final exchange that, Paul Elam comes back, after H Bomber Guy does his pretty big takedown of Paul Joseph Watson, but what was absolutely fatal was that Paul Joseph Watson basically, launched back, in a critique by saying, that the pills had turned, the kid, the 73-year-old male into a rampaging sex chad. Yeah, he actually used that series of words and everything. Not imagining anything there, like 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 seriously. But on top of all that, it was an example of one person, and it was an antidote. Like, and I'm sitting there like, Paul, if you want us to take you seriously, you know, you're gonna have to do better. You're gonna have to do a lot better than just writing or talking about with some person with an antidote, with a an example of where the sample size is literally n equals 1. you know like, it just shows you that all Paul Joseph Watson's fans and the people that actually believe in this guy don't really have an ability to be discerning about content. Because if they had watched Concordance's videos, they would know that pretty much what he's pushing is full of shit. So I have no difficulty on myself pointing towards Concordance and saying that I enjoyed his content. Where he put that stuff together. About anecdotal evidence and the problems therein of these stories and everything that we're spreading on social media. And Paul Joseph Watson doesn't understand. And I'm not here to say don't be a Paul Joseph Watson fan, and as much as I'd like to destroy the guy and chase him off social media, I think it's more effective to just destroy his credibility so that people stop listening to the guy. And sunlight is often the best disinfectant, and the best way to realize how full of shit Paul Joseph Watson is to watch a video that I'll link in the underbar to this video. Sunlight is often the best disinfectant. I'm not calling for tyranny here. I'm just calling for become discerning enough to see through Paul Joseph Watson's bullshit.